All right, kids, zoo day. Yeah, no, I'm excited to slowly walk a half marathon instead of watch the Masters. Let's go check out the flamingos. Stop acting about Dippin Dots. We're not getting the Dippin Dots. My parents didn't let me have them, so you can't either. I want to see something cool too, but some of the animals sleep, okay? The polar bear's sleeping, or he might be dead. I mean, it's definitely warmer in Omaha, Nebraska. I probably should have left him up north. You want to see a real wild animal, kids? Look at that guy with the ponytail. Where are his kids? He doesn't care. Tell you what, he's not drinking fresh squeezed lemonade. Hey, stop leaning over the rails. Stop. You know what? Go for it, kids. If you want to have Harambe Volume 2 on your conscience. What's the chimp doing? I don't know what he's doing. I think he just has an itch down there. Maybe the mama chimp doesn't give him enough attention. Maybe that's why he's so itchy. How's it going, man? All 4 of your kids? I tell you, the real endangered species is dad's enjoying a Saturday afternoon at home. What, honey? New parent things, man. Thomas isn't old enough to go to the zoo yet. You been to the zoo recently?
What is the minimum age to go to the zoo?
I think
what's the new rule?
There is a minimum. You have to be at least 2 years old.
Okay.
At least old enough to be dangerous in there. Maybe climb into some kind of exhibit.
Yeah, old enough to walk around and spook your parents a little bit. Yeah, that's kind of fun.
That's what they want. But I did chill all weekend. That's good. He's still young enough where we just sit there, which is a great Masters weekend activity. Watch golf all weekend. Beautiful weather. Had me fired up. It's golf season. Summer's here.
It is. It's great.
Feeling good. And what else is almost here is the tour, and as well as the first ever live studio audience podcast show in Seattle.
It's really happening.
Get tickets to all of that at TreyandJake.com/tour. First ever Correction show, as well as we're taking my show on the road. Jake will be there. It's going to be fun. So
yes.
Get your tickets, TreyandJake.com/tour. Enjoy today's episode. Roll music.
Correct opinions. Correct opinions.
Very excited for the live show. Katie's not here today. She texted me, said she was kept up all night by Thomas. I was a little too. She said, I think he has bad gas. He's farted 20 times.
Huh.
I don't know. That's the most miraculous thing about young babies is the volume they can create. The screams, the farts, the burps. She'll be like, was that you or him? I'm like, I'm a grown man. It sounds the same.
That's the miracle of childbirth, that you can create something that is already so loud. Mm-hmm. I think just the second it's in this world.
But Katie will be at the Seattle live podcast. Derek will be there. The whole gang.
Yeah, good to see Derek. Maybe if he's not in his ski mask,
he'll wear his ski mask. Very excited. Let's. What?
Sorry, it would have been funny just to pretend like Katie is here. She's been being really quiet today.
Yeah,
Katie, did you have any? No, okay.
No, she's doing this. She's tired. How was your weekend, man?
Good. In the opening skit, we talked about Dippin Dots. I actually had some Dippin Dots of my own this weekend. So it was a pretty good weekend for me.
Oh, wow.
I know. And I'm trying to do
How'd
good
that come
with
about?
Sugar and whatnot. I went home with Rachel, but back to my parents' place for Easter. And we went down to Silver Dollar City. Oh. It's a great amusement park down in Branson. A lot of roller coasters. It's kind of pioneer themed. But it's also still in Branson, Missouri. So sometimes you see people and you're like, oh, they work here. It's like, oh, no, just I think you live underground. Okay. You love Little House on the Prairie, don't you? Yeah, okay.
Really living the experience. And they have Dippin' Dots, though. So they're pretty futuristic, too.
Yes, kind of past and futuristic. But yeah, it's just one of those things. They were so withheld from me all throughout childhood that now I'm just I have to take advantage. Every time I see Dippin' Dots, I have to buy them.
We need to find that hole in the market. Liquid Death. Someone just put water in a can.
Is that all it is?
Yes. Dippin' Dots. Someone just said, let's take ice cream and make them into little balls.
The thing is, Dippin' Dots, so we looked into getting them for our wedding. Because, how fun would that be? At the wedding reception, it's hey, we got, just a trough full of Dippin' Dots.
Whoa.
Dig in.
Whoa.
And
$16,000.
We had to give up salmon. So they don't have any entrees for dinner. But I think the reason they have not become more mainstream is because they have to be kept so cold that they're just impossible to transport and impossible to have on ice anywhere. Which also is a little scary. Well, what's inside of these things that they have to be kept negative 100 degrees?
I don't know, but they're awesome.
Yeah, they're so good. So Yeah, did have some Dippin' Dots, and I think Rachel and I kind of insulted the Dippin' Dots. What's the job title? What is it called when you serve Dippin' Dots?
The head daughter.
Head daughter. I think we upset him because at first I was like, I'm gonna take the Oreo, and then I was like, ooh no, I think I'll get more dots if I just go chocolate. Doesn't that seem right? Like I don't want Oreo taking up some of the volume.
Max dots.
Length times width times height here, and he's like, yeah, that's gonna get you a lot more. I was like, okay.
Listen, buddy, these are expensive for a reason. They're for smart people.
And then Rachel says, I forgot what Rachel said, like, well, good, at least you're getting chocolate, not vanilla. Because sometimes I get like vanilla ice cream and Rachel just makes fun of me. Mm-hmm. And then the guy made another comment. He's like, yeah, vanilla's better than chocolate. I've never heard that before. Or something like that.
He's like, listen, I'm scooping dots for a living. You think I haven't heard this before?
Yeah.
Move it along.
We walked away and it was like, did I make him mad? Did you make him mad? We made him mad somehow. I don't know. He was so sassy, the head daughter, but it was a good time. Getting some Dippin' D's.
Good for you, man.
How are the rides at Silver Dollar City?
Dude, they've got a new one called the Time Traveler. I kept calling it the Time Traveler's Wife because I thought that's what it was called for a while.
Okay.
It's like, when does the wife come into play? Pretty fun though, because it's like your typical like new roller coaster, a lot of flips, a lot of corkscrews. You're going real fast, but the thing that you sit on like oscillates, like as you go, not very quickly. It's not like you're feeling like space shuttle G-forces.
Yeah.
But like kind of just slowly you spin. So each time you ride it, it's kind of a different way of riding it. Like the very like first drop, it's like you can ride it one way where you're going forwards. You sit in a different seat next time. Now you're spinning. We're going down the drop, backwards. That's kind of fun.
Smart.
It's a fun
it's
ride.
Like 5 rides in one. You gotta keep going.
My mom rode it with us, and so there's some good rides down in Silver Dollar City.
Shout out Silver Dollar City, and you get Dippin' Dots is all I need to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is that? What next move? Because Liquid Death, it is water in a can. They're making billions of dollars.
How? Like who? The only people I ever see using it are podcasters.
I know.
I've never seen it out in the wild.
Drinking water out of a can is a weird experience. Mm-hmm. Aluminum can, anything coming out of that should be fizzy or sweet.
Yeah.
Just water.
You should leave a
But
residue.
their whole thing is like, it's cool. It kind of looks like a beer. I remember I had one in my car. My dad he thought he caught me red-handed. He's like, why do you got a beer in here, son? I was like, that's actually water. And he's like, what? He's like, you think all right, you think I'm that dumb? Yeah, I when you were a teenager, you thought you were smarter than me, but listen.
I know now.
You're drinking and driving. It's just water.
I remember the one and only time I had it was one of our, I think, third time ever doing stand-up comedy, Omaha show. The tiniest green room of all time, and they offered it. Like, you want some of this?
That's so true.
No, thanks, not before the show.
Right.
Water?
I was fired up. I was like, dude, an ice cold beer sounds great right now. I cracked it, sipped it, and was like, what?
This is so flat.
What in the world? That was the first time.
That's
They were
it.
kind of cutting edge, Omaha.
Yeah, good for Omaha. Yeah, it was a wild day. Me, you, and Alan went and saw a movie that day. We were the only people in the theater.
Was
the
that
only
the
people in like the entire strip mall.
We saw The Lighthouse, didn't we?
Is that what it was? Yeah, good memory, dude.
It was, if you don't know what The Lighthouse is, it's one of those classic, like, it was up for Best Picture, but it was in black and white and only had 2 actors. It was so even I can sometimes try to appreciate those, but it was so boring.
It was the Silver Dollar City themed style movie. Like,
was-
we're really old
It's
fashioned.
one of those, like, we're in Omaha in the winter on a Thursday. Like, what are we supposed to do? Like, kind of depressing. You leave there, like, now I'm officially depressed. I'm drinking water out of a can. What's going on in Nebraska?
Going back in time. That happened to me before. There was like this terrible, maybe I mentioned this before, but terrible like ice storm that hit Southwest Missouri. Derek maybe remember this when I was like 7th grade or something. It was awful. We were without power for 14 days. I had to go to school for 3 days without power. Eventually, like, all right, school's back in session. Still didn't have running water. So our escape was to go to Springfield, go to the big city and like do things. And that was right when Will Smith's The Pursuit of Happiness came out. I hadn't really seen previews, but I was like, man, I have been playing Go Fish by candlelight for 10 days straight. I need something. Here's this movie. It's got happy in the name. It's got to be good. I just need an escape.
Just Will Smith. I mean, who's
Come
what a
on.
likable guy. Lift my spirits.
Let's go. We're all going to go. Let's go see The Pursuit of Happiness. That sounds good. And dude, if you've seen it, I mean, just 99% of the movie is sadness. And then the last like 10 seconds, he's like, doing this scene. And it's like, oh, fun. Happy ending, I guess. He's like not in poverty.
They're in the bathroom stall. He's holding on to it. Will Smith loves to hold his loved ones. You ever seen I Am Legend?
Oh,
Where's this dog? It's just this. He's here. He's just choking him out. And then the stall, he's like covering him with toilet paper or
this
something.
like bone marrow collector, and it's also making like, arr, arr, but he's holding it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, he had a weird stretch there where they're like, we want people to show up, just feel horrible at themselves and leave.
Yeah, 7 pounds was even
Questioning their
sadder.
existence. Yeah. Call Will Smith.
Yeah. So that was just another example of like we left there even more depressed.
Yeah.
Like I thought we were at rock bottom, but man, that guy's family situation is awful.
Could be worse. That's like that all-time scene where his son's shooting hoops. He's like, "You suck. Put down the ball. You're horrible."
You want something? Chase it.
So the son puts down the ball. He's like, "Don't even let me tell you can't do something." The kid's like, "Dad, I'm 4. I'm so confused. I think it's time we need to start thinking we can't. We live in a subway bathroom."
Let's be realistic, Dad.
Good job. Yeah, you can do a Rubik's Cube. Get a job.
Yeah, wouldn't he like do that at like job interviews?
Yeah.
Check this out. Okay, sorry, I can't focus on what are you a bone marrow collect? What is it? Can you put down the Rubik's Cube? The clicking is
Very
driving me nuts.
distracting.
I can't focus.
Good movie.
Good.
7 pounds I really enjoyed, but actually I was shocked to look back at the reviews of it are bad.
Oh, are
I'm
they?
too dependent on the reviews these days. I won't even watch a movie if like the almighty Rotten Tomatoes isn't high enough.
Yeah.
It's kind of a shame
Okay.
because some good movies have low scores sometimes.
Yeah, it's tough to not let the reviews affect you. Like even if I didn't want to see it, but I've heard like, oh yeah, it's got really good reviews, then it's like now I expect more out of this movie.
Yeah. Do y'all watch Succession?
No,
It's gonna
should
be a
I
show.
though?
Oh, it might be my favorite show of all time.
Really?
It's an exceptional show.
Okay.
Truly funny, kind of like dark humor. It's gonna be well done. They're on the 4th and final season. They're being really smart. They're not stretching it out.
Good. Leave people wanting more. Yeah, I've heard so many
great.
people talk about it. I feel like when we've been on the road before, like you and Alan will like sing and like play the keys on like the Succession theme song. Like that
great
looks
theme
fun.
song.
Wish I could be part of it.
Everyone needs to watch it. I know there's people. The people that know. People that know. If you know about Silver Dollar Silly, you know.
Silver or silly.
Silly. That's
Silly,
what I call
silly
it. growing up.
silly.
Silly Dollar Silly, you know. Lily, you'll be so good to watch that.
If you know, you know. Silver City. Go ride a rise. Time
on.
travel right. Turn around circle.
Let's get to a couple fan videos, fan submissions. Send it into the Correct Opinions Instagram. Almost 100,000 followers on the Correct Opinions Instagram.
99K as
Thanks,
of recording
guys.
this.
Wow, look at that. What do we got today?
Hi, Trey, Jake, Katie,
Hi.
and family man Derek. I'm Amy. I'm from Toledo. My husband Jeff
Holy
and I are
Toledo.
huge fans. We've actually seen you twice on your tour, and we're
Hey.
looking forward to seeing you again on May 5th in Grand Rapids, Michigan. So I'm calling in to tell you that I absolutely love it when you guys do callback jokes. I die laughing every time. And my husband has started like noticing that, and he's like, I think you like those so much because your memory's ridiculous. You remember everything. So he has started incorporating more callback jokes into our relationship. And seriously, every time he does it, I just like am so amused. So love you guys, love your content. I always listen to you when I'm out on my walks, which I am doing right now
You're Will
with
Smith's
my
dog.
dog, Tucker.
Yeah, that sounded like a Will Smith.
Just want to say I appreciate
dog
the content
situation.
and cannot wait to see you in May.
Let's go. Thank you for submitting in to brag about your memory.
So wait, her husband will call her back. Like husband will miss a call from her. And like,
Yeah.
please call me back.
And she can't even get a word in. She's laughing so hard.
I'm so amused.
Yes. That dog okay, by the way? Thank you for the submission. And thanks for coming she's coming to the third time's the charm. Coming to another
Grand
show.
Rapids.
Let's go, Toledo.
Dude, do you remember the Toledo shows when we've been there?
Yep.
Yeah, we had a very interesting opener. He would go out. So the first show of the weekend, he goes out and just bombs, does a really bad job. But hey, we got 6 more shows. And then he goes out there the
Fine.
next 6 and just does the same jokes and bombs every time.
I mean, the most respect I've ever had for a grown man. So like, if I fell apart that big on stage, which I have a couple times, you know, I'm changing everything. If it happens a few times, I might never show my face in public.
I'd get
again.
a job.
I can't. Yeah. And for him to just be like, I'm just gonna collect this check and do the same jokes that don't work in front of this guy's crowd. I was like, man, he's just doing it.
That is confidence.
I don't
It
know if
really
you
is.
were at that Toledo Comedy Club show, but Man, we shout out the shelter kids. It's funny to explain to non-shelter people like, hey, by the way, we're clean comedians.
Yes, dude.
That's what the audience kind of is expecting. So we need you to work clean. And then people will be like, all right, so the like PUSSY, is that cool to say? Like, no, dude, I wouldn't recommend that. I don't think that's gonna work. So like clean, and they'll be like,
okay, no N-word then. Yeah, definitely not.
Definitely not that.
You would have said that otherwise.
Yeah. He's like, okay, no. So I have a whole bit about like doing illegal drugs. Yes, no. Like, no. I don't know how to describe this. And he was a guy who kept cussing. I'd be like,
yeah.
And I do it. I'm not like, hey, watch it, because no one's ever complained. Like there was someone who said but I was like, it might behoove
it'll help you out.
Yeah, this audience, they might respond better to not. And he'd be like, all right, you got it.
Okay.
He got up there. He's like, we got a son of a bee up here in the front row. And
It's like his first sentence.
yeah, I was like, okay, whatever.
Well, we tried.
Toledo's
That was
great.
great too. I think Toledo also might have been the city where the projector was working, and so we could all see his computer on the projector screen, but the computer wasn't working. And so we're having to watch this guy, very like technology illiterate, watching him navigate a computer screen for all of us to watch. And it was just so...
I had to walk him through.
Yeah, we're like, so just go to Google Drive and download
the Google Drive.
And then you're just seeing this guy's mouse go everywhere. And I was just like, my skin was crawling.
I felt shelter too, because that was when someone else there, as we walked off, they're like, that guy is high as a kite. I was like, really?
Oh.
I didn't have a clue.
thought
But
he-
it makes a lot more sense now, where he's like, whoa, wait.
Right click. What in the world?
So yeah, we'll keep the callbacks coming.
Yeah.
Thanks for the insight.
Toledo, last thing, I also remember that city because I had quite I used to do some jokes in my set, how I'm this single guy, whatever. This woman kind of corners me after the show. Hey, Jake, loved your set. Loved the part about you being single. Me too. And I was like, okay, already, I'm taking this out immediately. I'm not mentioning this anymore. This is a woman in her like mid-50s. And she was like, look, I don't have the kids tonight. So I was thinking about, just smoking a bowl in my van if you want to join. I was like,
Was it her?
no, Amy,
My
let me
husband
know.
won't call me back.
And so, yeah, I was like, we'll see if I get any other offers. But
Yeah.
right now, that is the offer
Right
to
now's the
beat.
best one.
But
Trey
yeah,
wants to go see another movie in black and white tomorrow. Might take him up on that.
we'll see. But I feel like that really described Toledo.
Toledo. So that dude's name was Dominic. Shout out Dominic.
Yeah.
He's also the dude who, again, being good old boys on the road, we had a lot of people talking about, because number one, as male comedians, it's like people are shocked at how many women come to the shows.
Yeah.
So, however, just so you know, people come back and be like, there's a lot of pretty women out there tonight. We'll be like, all right, dude, easy. And the same dude came up to you.
I forgot, dude.
I'd obviously talk about, at the time dating or being married. And he was like, so, man, do you just clean up out here? And Jake was like, that's not really how we roll, man. He's like, dude, if I was in your shoes, I'd be smoking a bowl with every mom east of the Mississippi.
I would be van hopping, smoking bowls left and right. Yeah, we
all right.
loved that. We thought that was so funny. They used the term, I bet you just clean up.
Oh, there's another comedy club where some big old, it was like bodyguard to you was like, hey, man, you're going to want to come over here. And you're like, what? He's
I was like, no, I actually know these people. I'm talking to like some friends right now. I was like, you're going to want to come over here.
yeah, just fully. And you're like, well, these are friends of mine. I'm having trouble. He's like, come here right now. And it was like two drunk girls who were like, hey. And you're just like, can I go back with my friends?
That was weird, dude. That was like some, I don't know, female, I don't know. It was like the movie Taken, but instead of
that was the weird comedy
taking me
club.
hostage, they were gonna like take my virginity.
Given. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one sheltered boy. Endless drunk girls wanting to spend time with him.
One bodyguard who's weirdly dead set on Jake ending up
Yeah.
with these girls.
They will find you. And they will scare you. I'm not ready for this. I just want Dippin Dots and go to bed. It's great, man.
I don't want the beer in a can. It's just water. No, it's not.
No.
There's no way it's just
I
water.
don't trust you.
There you go, Amy. That was a callback from earlier in the episode when we talked about liquid
Hey,
death.
Remember that? Bet your dumb husband doesn't. He forgets everything.
He's not smart like you, Amy.
Okay, we got one more video. One more.
That's great. Amy didn't even ask a question.
Yeah.
Didn't even have a single thing for us to talk about. We
Just
just talked
some
about it
good advice.
for 10 minutes.
Appreciate it.
That was great.
Hi, Trey, Jake, Katie, Baby Thomas, and family man Derek.
Talk quieter.
My name is Maria, and I'm from Chicago. I'm a nurse out here. I just wanted to say that
Is it on the screen there?
love the podcast.
Nice.
Love the comedy too. I saw you guys out in Joliet, Illinois, and then also
nice.
in Chicago when you taped the special.
Oh, cool.
So I'm a big fan of the videos and jean shorts and everything. But this episode in particular, I was laughing out loud, quite literally, in my car. I work night shifts, and so a lot of times I pop on the podcast when I'm driving home. Helps me stay awake and everything when I'm tired. But at any rate, I love the freaking Love is Blind commentary. I'm so happy you guys are watching it, or at least Trey and Katie. The singing for me was so cringe. I cannot even. I'm so happy that other people agree with me on it.
I want the real
I cannot handle
thing.
it.
I want the real thing. I need to resume Love is Blind. I'm excited to watch the back half of the season. Looks like it gets good. But thank you for that. Wake up if you're
I
listening.
was going to say, we need to do something to wake her up. Hey!
Or if you're listening to this to go to sleep. Shh.
Hey, hey.
Getting very tired.
Hey, turn the lights off. Kick back. You earned it.
We'll do it all.
Hard day at work.
Are we in a flood right now? Will this come through on the audio? The
No.
thunder and stuff?
I'll put a microphone up to the window and just.
The thunder might? I mean, holy cow.
See what the radar looks like right now. There's a lot going on.
Thank you for that submission. Thanks for the kind words. Come to the show. Special, yeah. Both Jake's and my specials are on YouTube. Check them out.
Yeah.
More content. And
The radar is doing that thing where it's like a pink. Like, I thought red was as bad as it could get. We're in the
there's
pink right
there's
now.
a magenta, whatever that means.
So, yeah, that's what we're going through right now. So
Dude,
it's
do you get a
fucking
little scared when it rains a lot? I do still.
Now that I'm a homeowner, yeah. The basement.
Oh, I just mean for like my safety.
Personal safety.
Yeah, and it's like one of those fears that's like at the moment I'll lay there in bed at night. There's like a torrential downpour thunderstorm. I'll be laying in bed and it makes me nervous. And then in my head I'm like, it's fine. It's a rain.
Thunder
I'm like,
can't hurt
but I'm
you.
like, there's so much of it. Frustrates me. I'm like, gosh.
That's kind of funny. I feel like I'm sure there's things I could think of that I've become more scared about as I get older. But I feel like I've been noticing myself. I've been doing better about like I used to be so scared, even as a high school man. But like to be in the house by myself and just the creaks. You know, I was 17 years
Right.
old, and those would freak me out.
It was tough as a kid. You'd be like, parents, can you promise me this house isn't coming down? But like, that's normal. Even I had to convince Katie of that when we moved into our house. They'd renovated, and we lay in bed. It's like,
She's like, someone's down there.
yeah, someone's down there. Or she's like, they built it wrong. They built it wrong. It's all built wrong. I did do an embarrassing moment where we, our house, there's kind of like a deck. So there's a big wooden beam to support the overhang above the deck. And I remember seeing like a crack in that wooden beam. I like ignored it a few days, and my scared little mind couldn't take it anymore. So I texted the contractor, and he just was very kindly was like,
Don't ever text me again.
yeah, basically. Like, I didn't realize I built a house for a little princess. Yeah, your house is made of. I think I learned that too in renovations. Like, it's not that complicated to build a house that like doesn't fall down.
Gotcha. Good.
Yeah, you just gotta put the wood framing up, just a bunch of screws, and kind of rest assured.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. But we were discussing this over the weekend with my parents were in town for Easter, and weird little kid fears. Like me and my sister, we learned about what floods were when we were like in second grade.
Okay.
And so anytime it rained, we were like, here's another flood.
Here comes the flood. I can't wait to see the rainbow afterwards.
Yeah. There's the rain. It's gonna get up to my chest pretty soon. I'm excited for Is your family man or your daughter's young enough? Your oldest?
She's
old
terrified of
enough
storms.
yet? Okay.
Yeah.
She's old enough yet to have some fears.
Yeah, she's run to our room a couple times one night with some loud thunder pops.
Like right now, she's losing her mind.
Yeah, she's with other friends, so maybe she's trying to be cool around them.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But-
Okay. How old is she?
She just turned 4.
So at that age, do they start to kind of worry what their peers think? You're like, I can't be losing my mind about this thunderstorm right now.
I think a little bit, but they're still like. I had explained to her what countries and states were today, and that's as depth as we got.
Gosh.
So
That's good. She needs to know that stuff. You tell, there's a country and there's a federal level, and there's states, and each state,
The Articles of Federation,
Roe
what they tried to
versus
do
Wade.
was strong state government, small federal, and then we switched it.
Speaking of stuff like that, you see the Bud Light drama?
Yeah, their cans are more colorful now.
They their cans, whatever shape you want it to be. They hired I don't even know who this person is. I think it was a woman.
Caitlyn Jenner?
No, I don't think she loves Bud Light, I bet, but she's a good old girl. Some girl became a man actor, I think.
Okay.
And they is that right?
A little flipped, but
Flipped? Okay,
yeah.
sorry. A guy became a girl. But the name's Dylan, right?
Yeah, Dylan.
But you can't choose, because I've met both female and male Dylans.
Gotcha.
I feel like it would behoove you. That's the second time I've used that word. I don't know what's going on in my dad brain. Jake.
Guy
Man.
name.
Jake, mustache, guy.
Yeah.
Always has been.
Man.
Testosterone.
So Dylan is a woman now, and Bud Light hired her to do a commercial.
Okay.
And now Kid Rock's like shooting Bud Light cans with the AR-15, and the crazy house continues, and it's very fun to watch.
The only reason I even saw any of this is because I'm in a Facebook group called a group where we all pretend to be boomers, and it is awesome.
That's a great
Like, it's
group.
just millennials just acting like their grandparents, and everyone always talks in all caps, and they always they'll spell it like gobbles, but it means God bless. It's like gobbles.
Gobbles.
There's like
Gobbles.
almost
So silly.
there's like a vernacular to the group of parodying things. But anyway, the only reason I saw it is because someone screenshotted an actual Boomers post of this can's got the rainbow flag on. I'm never drinking it again. And so they were recapturing that and what's happened to this country, spelling things wrong in all caps. And I was like, oh, I guess that is going on.
I don't think the millennials do that. The boomers love to say, hey, you know what? We're not buying your products anymore.
Yeah.
To a company that sells billions of dollars of products.
Yeah.
But I think it's a legitimate movement. Maybe I'm just seeing things, but you definitely are hearing that.
That was good
Recties.
thunder. Surely.
I guess their stock plummeted and all this stuff.
Oh, it really did
Yeah.
for Bud Light? Yeah, the older generation, they're big on the boycott because they saw boycotting work in their lifetime.
Yeah. They could remember the days when a good old boycott moved the needle.
Got stuff done. Hey, it's not called girl cut. I'll say that.
Yeah, the reason for that.
It's a man's game. I'm going to sit this
It's
one
a
out.
man's game.
Me and the boys going to cut this one. No Bud Lights for me.
Dang right. Amen. a woman, ain't it? Pass me a Bud Light.
It's not a woman. Yeah, dude. Sometimes I feel bad.
Yeah, there's a reason it's called prohibition. Drink up. Dadgummit. Kid Rock, give me another magazine.
Did you see Kid Rock hanging out with Trump at the UFC?
Oh, yeah, the whole thing. UFC coming to Kansas City this weekend.
Oh, is it really?
Ooh. Can we do a mini Judge Jake?
Sure.
A mini Judge Jake right now as I talk about this. It's very important. We'll see if Katie picks up. UFC is coming to Kansas City this weekend. UFC, it's been my dream for years to see a live UFC.
Cool.
I feel like it's a live sporting event that's unmatched. I've never been to a sporting event like that. Hey, Katie, you're on live.
God bless.
On live. Hi.
We're doing a mini Judge Jake.
Oh.
This Saturday night, UFC. Okay. The tone. UFC is coming to Kansas City. I put this in the calendar a month ago. Thomas is 2 weeks old. And I say, oh my gosh, they just announced UFC in Kansas City. I've wanted to see UFC live for years. It's happening. I'm going to put it on the calendar. Can this be like my first night out, big boys night out, da-da-da? She approves. Simultaneously, she has had a girls' night she's talking about. She's seen Heather McCann live, who's coming to Kansas City. She's a comedian. She's great.
This is tough.
And out just a natural convo yesterday with friends. It comes about where Katie's friend's like, yeah, we're going to Heather this Saturday. I was like, yeah, I'm doing UFC. That's we're double booked. Our calendars aren't synced. I don't know. And so, we're around this other couple who's like our best friends, and we just fight in front of them, which is, if you've never done that, you should. It was our first time just straight up fight. I was like, I'm going. I swear to you, I'm going to that. She's like, you're not. You're not. So, Katie, do you have any opening statement? Anything to add?
Yes, it was an oversight on both of us.
Oh,
However,
Well, could you say what you said at the start though? Because it was an oversight on.
I actually bought these tickets in November, so
Well, I got tickets the second they announced it, so it's not my fault they don't schedule it out.
well, it kind of is. So
It's your fault.
I'm going to something that's a pre-planned since November. Trey has had many nights out. Let me add that in. I have had none.
Well, that's more of a biology issue.
Well, it's just a fact.
I'd love to feed him. Experience that.
And, yeah, so I think,
Many
we
nights
will
out. What to?
make some compromises, but I believe he's going to have to compromise more.
So,
How does
what do we do with?
I have some questions about like a 2-month-old. Like, can he be given a bottle and some supervision for like 4 hours?
Yep. Katie, your thoughts?
He can, to a trusted person.
Sure.
Derek.
I think we have our answer.
Derek's raising his hand. So
Yeah, Derek. He's been wanting to bond with. He's always wanted a son.
I mean, that's what I would say. Just work hard to find that supervision and
Yeah.
get the bottle going.
I don't think ever in our marriage or relationship have ever, just in my mind, there's no ounce of compromise about to happen.
That's how you feel.
Does that help, Judge? I was just like, anytime ever in the marriage, you're like, okay, I kind of want to do what I want to do, but we need to figure it out. It was on the calendar. I have tickets. I bought them.
Just turning
It's
into
a
Mr.
disaster.
Maddox.
Please.
I bought him too.
And then I tried to pitch, like, we've had people come to the comedy show with like a 3-week-old. It's fun. It's fun. Like Heather might like, he might cry. She'd be like, "Whoa, is that baby? Someone shut the baby up." And it's funny, and it'd be fun for you.
Like baby starts crying, you have to leave, take him outside. You don't get to see most of the show. That's fun.
Like a girl bringing a 6-week-old to a comedy show is cute. A guy bringing a 6-week-old to a UFC fight, they're like, that guy hits his family.
Yeah, indoctrination.
Yeah, that's not a good look. So,
Not taking him to UFC. That's pretty clear.
so final verdict, Judge.
Just find some supervision.
All right, cool. All right, I'll link you with Derek. All right, love you. Have fun. Did you get some rest? Is he farting more?
He is real gassy today.
All right, well, have fun. Love you. Bye.
Bye, guys.
What a disaster. Kid life, man. You got to really
The calendars.
calendar. I've been a good calendar guy lately.
Yeah.
Shout out to Hannah.
Yeah, Hannah.
How was it working with me where I never used a calendar once? Did that suck? Or?
The day of me texting, I think we're meeting today.
I never had many other things going on.
Yeah, right.
So it wasn't a huge deal. I always let the people with like families and kids just dictate everything. Like, I'll make it work. So
Yeah, Becca's like, are you guys filming today? Probably.
Well, cool. We talked about. Oh, well,
sorry, real quick.
Yeah, please.
I got a Ring doorbell notification. I've been talking about the three-legged dog. And so I was like, let me just click on this since we're on the podcast. It's pretty funny. First of all, the picture of the dog, does it not look like an AI generation of a dog?
It looks like a painting. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it was like, so it was already a little interesting. Hello, everyone. Great start. My little wire-haired terrier, which sounds just like a dog I would not want to
How
pet.
cute,
Get your
yeah.
fingers caught in it. She is chipped, but her tag fell off her collar a while ago. She answers to Annabelle or Bananas.
Like the name or the fruit, like the actual to feed her with those.
She answers to it. So I don't know what that means.
My dog, he answers to treats, to be bribed with food,
Or Buster.
pork.
Yeah, my dog answers to
Bones.
being table fed. Really anything. He's weird about grapes.
Yeah, my dog's weird. If you feed him long enough, he'll be loyal to you. He's weird
He'll start
like that.
showing up regularly.
Yeah.
Will stop hunting on his own. He'll whimper. Starts salivating.
Yeah.
He answers to any of those things. Anyway, honestly, I really just got to the bananas part, and I was like, that's wild. Super friendly with people, but steers clear of other dogs.
Okay.
You're
real
describing like a
recluse.
4-year-old girl, I think, just like a child. Good with people. Is freaked out by dogs. Loves bananas.
You gotta rebrand some of these dog brand. Wire haired. Why would anyone buy that? The sales of that's gonna be tough. This is my steel wool dachshund. Come cuddle up with that.
Yeah, this is my whimpers all night long retriever. It's beautiful.
100 grit sandpaper Labrador.
This is slippery like a salamander. Lab.
He doesn't shed, he molts. Oh, ring. Never gets old.
It's wild, dude. That was for sure a painting of the dog.
That's the ring on Rachel's house?
Yeah.
Now gonna be your house? Wedding's coming up?
Yeah.
We all planned?
Yeah. Well, no. But we had a little meeting with our officiant last night, which is kind of fun. I felt like we were pretty prepared for this conversation. And of course, he's like, the first question out of the gate, it's like, oh, well, we didn't talk about that. Shoot. All right, we'll talk about that. We'll get back to you. But it's fun, trying to figure out, like, basically his questions are like, how cheesy do you want to be at this wedding? Right. Are his questions. And he, he's doing such a good job not being, judgmental. Like, and are we doing any, like, feet washing or, like, Unity candle or anything? And then I'm like, no, we're not doing that. But he's really a great guy. He's a friend of mine. Actually, yeah, I could probably tell the story in the podcast. It's a little PG-13.
Oh,
okay.
Look out.
Fine. So, right before I was working with Trey, I was living in Dallas. I was living with a guy that I was making videos with. His name was Jugglin' Josh. Lived with him and his wife.
Let's go.
He had a big house. I lived there for just a few months. Joel, who's the name of our officiant, he and his wife also lived there. So I shared a bathroom with Joel and Bailey for just like a few months. No big deal. So are my good friends. Joel and I have found a lot of similarities in our life. We were born one day apart. We have a lot of just like random mutual friends. We had the same bed sheets at a certain point in time. Kind of fun. In addition to that, we've realized we had the same toiletry bag. And so it's like, oh, of course, we have the same, bag for all this too. And at one point in time, Josh says, hey, can I borrow your electric razor? Somewhat of a weird thing to borrow from someone else. Well, yeah, go for it, So I was like, yeah, it's in the bathroom up there. Josh and I have traveled a lot. He knows what my toiletry bag looks like. He goes in and, I didn't know this. He keeps this to himself. But he's looking through Joel's bag, trying to find an electric razor. And he sees, Joel's a married man. He finds certain contraceptives in there. And he's thinking that he's looking through my bag. Yeah, and he's like, Jake, you scallywag.
I thought I was juggling. Holy cow.
Yeah, what's he doing with his parabolas? And, I'm sure he's thinking, like, what, is this going on in my house? Like, are they coming over here? When is this going on? I feel like we go to church together. I didn't know Jake was even engaging in any of this. So Josh just, like, keeps this to himself for, like, weeks and weeks. He just thinks that I'm just some
Casanova. Just filming and editing and hitting the. He's like, wow, how is he meeting them? We're together all the time. Where's he going?
I know the juggling videos can't be bringing women in. It's not that.
Dude, you can't believe the DMs. That'd be cleaning up right now.
Anyway, thankfully, we all finally talked and communicated, figured out it was Joel's bag, the married man. It was not
funny.
mine, but.
That's very funny.
Yeah, it was like quite the coincidence. It was like out of a sitcom or something. He's like, man, Jake, clean it up. But anyway, get kind of off topic. Wedding planning. Yeah, the thing we're talking about next is trying to do the first dance songs. Me and my mom were kind of talking this weekend since I was back home, trying to figure out what we're going to dance to. Do you have any, thoughts or opinions?
You and your mom?
Me and my mom. Anything we should be dancing to?
Oh, man, you and your mom. And first and foremost, it should be at least a 5-minute song.
That's what they say. The longer, the better. Mm-hmm. You want it by the end, people are starting to check their phones.
Yeah. Like, and you want to, when you do, you want it to be the first time you've ever, quote, danced with your mom. No practice at all. You just kind of lean on each other and drift side to side.
Should my hands be around her back, both of them?
Right at the small of the back.
Yeah. Best grip.
And the foreheads, maybe they touch or get close.
Yeah.
And I think Sierra certainly has a song out there about mommy.
Look into that. Yeah. Sierra.
I'm not sure what
mommy song. Oh, maybe something by Lil Mama.
Little Mama, yes.
Yeah.
Something by her.
Like, what would that be?
Maybe something Black China post baptism.
Yeah.
Not sure what she's about to come out with.
Okay. Oh, this is funny. I really did just type in Sierra mommy song and good SEO. 43 mother-son dance songs that will move mom to tears.
Oh, okay. That's what you want to. Wipe her tears.
Yeah. Okay, it's on Pinterest.
I don't even remember what we did.
I
Sorry,
don't know
Mom.
how to navigate.
I think my mom
Pinterest.
picked. Does your mom want to pick the song?
I think it was something we were just gonna figure out together. Neither one of us had like strong thoughts. Like it has to be this one. We always grew up dancing to this. We're like, yeah, we got to pick something.
Yeah. It has to be this song. It's one of our favorite songs growing up. Just Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus.
There really is a Sierra mommy song.
Knew it.
It's called "I Got You" by Sierra.
Can you read the lyrics for us? I think it could be perfect.
It just says the opening lyrics: "Hush, little baby, don't you cry." Well, wait, I've heard that before. That's
Wait a second.
"Hush, little baby, don't you cry. Mama's gonna love you all your life, and if you ever need a friend, Mama's right there till the very end." I could have never come up with those lyrics on my own. That was phenomenal.
Wow, I think she legitimately wrote like a beautiful song about being a mom.
Yeah.
Okay. You're welcome.
Take that. It's just really
Take that.
actually good advice.
Gotcha. I mean, this is. Are we good?
We got a flash. Everything's still recording, but things did flash for a second on the screen.
Madness going
It's
on
a lose
outside.
power. This is perfect. We have a full golf video shoot today, so
I think it's gonna be good weather.
it's gonna. That mean the calm after the storm. It's prime golf weather.
That's what they say. Yeah, it is gonna be beautiful out there.
Okay, let's get. We talked about this last week. We happened upon the classic old clip of that Double Team Disney Channel original,
That was such a great basketball scene.
and now we want to talk about who remembers the movie Smart House, because I've been doing a lot of smart home stuff.
Yeah.
Just made me think of that classic Smart House.
I think it was one of the only Disney Channel original movies that I watched.
Yeah. So Family Man's got a clip for us of Smart House, a little nostalgic. I haven't seen this in so long.
Hey Pat, how about activating some kick butt video screens?
Kickboard video screen. Hold on. Hey Pat, how about activating some?
Hey Pat, how about activating some kick butt video screens?
I mean, you didn't say that back in the day. You remember that?
Yeah, I played Butt Buttons Creed. He's
Okay.
giggling. The fashion's great. They have a synchronized dance to it.
Oh shoot!
Look out. I mean, the
Move
size of
over,
that
TikTok.
screen is pretty impressive.
The aspect ratio, perfect square.
Yeah.
Well, they were ready for Vine.
Oh, look at that Smart House. Look at Swag House.
I mean, the Smart House, the only things, it just got normal lamps, normal couches.
Yeah.
But the screen is huge.
All right, this is perfect, man. Now we're needed the. Let's go.
Let's go. That looked awesome. I would love for there to
They
be a
kinda
pizza at
killed
your
that.
door right now.
I just remember that movie was that's just so pretty. Like you can just say something and something would happen.
Yeah, they kind of
Will that
nailed.
happen in our lifetime?
They nailed certain aspects of it.
Yeah, dancing, interrelational friendships,
They nailed that. Yeah.
interracial, relational.
Yeah.
The world.
They nailed like younger boys starting to crave dancing instead of sports and just wanting to like stay inside and dance.
Right.
They nailed that.
They did. That sounds like someone ringing the doorbell. I think food Postmates or something like that.
Yeah.
Really brilliant. You said, was there weird sexist tones to it? Were you saying that, Derek?
From what I remember, yeah, like when
Just like-
the house took over,
That's took over.
she was like a
Because the house was
1950s
a
style.
That's right. She was a 1950s style house. Get the black friend out. I am becoming sentient. I do remember that, dude. It was way over the top. Bad.
Why is he using the same bathroom as you?
Locked doors. I remember she had like tentacle steel arms. That came out
Yeah,
of nowhere.
Inspector Gadget type stuff. And she was always in the kitchen. It was kind of dated.
Yeah,
She
could you
loved
find
cleaning.
a clip of when things went haywire?
Yeah. Let me.
What did she do? Smart, dude. Those Disney Channel. What was it? The first Friday of every month, Disney Channel original Friday night. It was just
That's a good pace.
fire childhood memory. Get fired up for those.
There's like a remake of it that's really dark.
Disney Channel movie.
Bam, bam, I can't believe he actually said kick butt. That's so awesome.
Play some Alexa, play some kick butt music. What do you think she'd play now?
Maybe ask Siri.
Any ideas? I'm gonna ask. I have the Alexa app, not to brag.
Go for it.
Alexa, play some kick butt music.
Shuffling kick ass and similar.
Hey, Disney Channel.
It's a Disney. I want a Disney Channel.
She uncensored you. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a song by Egypt Central. Yeah.
Okay, well, I asked ChatGPT, I said, what are some examples of kick butt music?
Oh, my mistake. I need to get with the times here.
It did a pretty good job.
Technology.
You could probably guess some of them. Like, imagine you're at it's before like a college basketball or college football game. Like, what's going on over the speakers?
We ready?
That's pretty good. That's in the arena.
It's Metallica.
Yes.
Let's stop. Oh.
Enter Sandman is in there. Eye of the Tiger. Thunderstruck by AC/DC. Also, Lil Hip Hop. Lose Yourself by Eminem. That's kick butt. We Will Rock You by Queen. Kick butt. Roar by Katy Perry.
Kick butt.
Believe it or not, kick butt. Kanye West is in there. Kick butt guy.
Yeah.
Till I Collapse by Eminem featuring Nate Dogg. Kick butt. A lot of good ones.
Okay, ChatGPT.
It knows kick butt music.
It does. Whether you like it or not, Kanye kicks butt.
He sure does.
Kick butt.
Kick butt music. That's
Let's go.
fun word.
Speaking of children, the video of the Dali Llama resurfaced of the Dali Llama in front of a group of people having a little boy suck on his tongue.
I could not believe that. Is it real?
Do we want to watch it or no?
I don't want to watch it. You can play the videos where they like cut it off before it happens, where he's just like
Offering it to him.
He's like, here it is. Yeah. Yes. Dalai Lama. He's really
Little staring
little
contest.
staring contest.
My tongue.
Oh, and people are laughing. That's classic Dali. Was that from a while ago, they said?
I think it
kind of resurfaced?
I was not expecting him to speak English. That was also shocking to me.
Right.
Does he speak English?
I
Is
guess
that,
so.
Did you see him on the
Dubbed over.
Australian like morning show where he guy tried to say a really funny joke that just did not hit well? Okay,
Didn't
It's-
catch
it's
that
I'd
one.
love to see that too. Dalai Lama. Yeah, I guess kind of maybe the Me Too movement took a while to get around that side of the world.
To
or-
the Tibetan people.
Yeah. So he's like a legendary monk, right? And he did apologize, which,
WordPress maybe.
Buddhists. So I've always heard Buddhism, they say, it's kind of more of a way of a thinking than a religion.
Okay.
It's very, it's just about finding inner peace and about not a lot of following rules. It's just kind of a lot of meditation.
Okay.
And I think to find the highest nirvana, you get a little boy to suck your tongue. Suck your tongue's a weird. I mean, just
Any
of all
language.
Yeah,
Fuck
just
my tongue. Yeah, that is weird. It's like, you have to get inner peace.
Fuck.
I need you to suck my outer piece. Here's my tongue.
This clip's worth watching. I think you guys will.
Okay.
No, I did share a gag with Dali Llama because he was in such fine form. I decided that
A
I would
gag,
tell
poor
this
choice of
gag.
words.
Now, it did prove to be
the Dalai
one
Lama
of my
did
most
gag me,
successful ever.
long
Check it
tongue.
out. So the Dalai Lama walks into a pizza shop.
Cosa shop?
Pizza?
Pizza shop, yes.
Yeah, pizza shop.
So he can't speak
and
English.
says,
He only just learned
"Can
those
you
three
make
words.
me one with everything?"
What's that? That's what. Oh, yes.
Do you know what I mean? Can you make me one with everything?
Yeah, if he doesn't understand English, don't do it like a clever pun.
Yeah,
joke.
wordplay.
Oh,
Could
I knew
you?
that wouldn't
What's
work.
in his language? Entendre. Could you? Entendre.
Let's get some of that kick butt music. Let's have him listen to Eminem and see if he understands all of that. That would be the same thing.
Yeah.
He's saying window pane, but he's saying it hurts to look out the window, like PAIN. You're not getting that either? Okay. Normally window pane is PANE. Are you the Dalai Lama? Or I feel like you should be getting this.
Or Buddha, I mean...
Fuck my tongue. You understand that? That's what I thought.
The Dalai Lama has apologized after a video surfaced of him showing him kissing a boy on the lips and then saying, suck my tongue. His office said he, quote, often teases people he meets in an innocent and playful way.
That's a bad sign. That means this dude's been doing it his entire life and no one has stood up to him.
No, well, you guys, what you don't understand is he does this all the time.
Yeah.
It's just this way of he's just jabbing.
Like that's what always happens when like a predator or like a pedophile gets caught. It's just like, yeah, he was always playing. He was always messing with kids. He's always such good buddies with younger boys. He's so good with boys. That's not good. Someone needs to do something. That's awful. Also, weird name. Dali Llama. That's it.
Yeah, we should have known. He's lived in exile since 1959 when Tibet was annexed by China. Interesting.
Looks pretty unexiled. I don't know
in 2019, he caused an outcry after suggesting that if the Dalai Lama returned as a woman, she should be more attractive. Wow. Ain't no way anyone's drinking Bud Light in India either. Anyway, that's all I know about the Dalai Lama, and
that's wild.
See how that works out for him.
Stay tuned. I don't think that's the last time we're going to be talking about the Dalai Lama.
Yeah, the Netflix doc's on the way.
Yeah.
Speaking of weird culty things.
Yes.
Decent segue. Big segue guy. We have a new potential segment alert. Family Man Teaches.
Yeah. Oh, it's like going to homeschool.
Yes.
His dad's going to teach us something.
Absolutely. Yeah. What do you got for us this week?
If you're looking for a combination of hippies, perversion of the Bible, deli meats, slavery, and racism, I have great news for you.
Finally.
The deli meats is the hardest one to find.
It is.
You could find the other ones.
The other ones, but what makes a good sandwich?
Have you guys heard of the yellow deli?
I just heard about this recently. Have you ever heard of this?
I've never heard of it.
I recently saw someone talk about it, how they were in town somewhere and like, I found this yellow deli. It was like just, fire sandwich. And then someone there was like, this is a cult, right? And they're like, what?
It's like the most innocent looking storefront restaurant. It's like it looks very hippie like.
It looks nice. And, okay, so continue.
Yeah, Reckless Ben, he's this YouTuber that like infiltrated this cult.
Fun.
And he worked for the yellow deli and they don't pay their employees.
Well,
so it's
a tough sell.
A little bit of slavery.
We'll suck your tongue.
Yeah. But like if you work, the way they get around it legally is if you work for them, you kind of are part owners. You guys should watch the series. I don't want to give too many away, but he tried to take over the yellow deli cult by saying he's one of the owners of it. It's electric. But they're all over the U.S. and even the world. There's a couple in with our friends in Australia.
Really? What city? Where are they at in Australia?
Katoomba.
Oh, I haven't heard of that.
General Rodriguez. Yeah.
Okay,
and
not
then,
the main city. Not the main
there's
cities.
one in Missouri though that I think we should definitely hit up.
Oh, what? Where?
Yeah, what city?
Warsaw.
Okay,
Warsaw.
That's not too far, right?
The war was tough on them.
So what else?
So they attract people a lot of times that are like hiking because it started in Tennessee. So they'd get hippie hikers that wanted a place to stay because you could stay there for free, and then they slowly like get you to be part of their cult, to work on their farm, to work in their restaurant, all for free. And they don't believe in like the mingling of the races, really. So that's where the racism comes in a little bit.
Okay. That's just how. Just a little bit.
Interesting to just not believe in it.
They refuse to serve anyone but white people. The little twinge of, will they serve anyone, right? They're just like, you better not.
They'll take
better
your
not
money.
see you
Yeah.
chatting too much.
I just Googled it really quickly. It says Yellow Deli is part of an alternative religious community that spans the globe. The community is called the 12 Tribes. It was founded in the 70s during the Jesus movement and after the hippie movement.
Fascinating.
Google also suggests some potential questions. Do you tip at Yellow Deli?
That's a good question.
No need to tip, as they do not give tips to employees. Is the answer on
No,
Google.
they don't want them paid in any way.
Do not.
Good news.
Yeah, he crushed it with the thumbnails. Definitely get you to click on them. But he infiltrated them with some spy glasses. And they don't believe in medicine, too. Yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention that. So
That's very hippie.
when you're sick, you...
More deli meat.
Yeah.
Okay, Yellow Deli. If anyone wrecked you about the Yellow Deli you've been, tell us about it.
Yeah.
Should we try it?
Stay up to date. Yeah, I was going to say.
Is it weird to support a cult if they make good sandwiches?
That is Socrates' Conundrum. It's a famous one.
So they have some loophole where they claim they get ownership so they don't have to pay employees?
Yeah. And
weird.
I'll pull up.
That seems like quite the loophole. Yeah, I mean, you just give them a very, very small percentage and just...
We're going to go in the Yellow Deli to take this evil cult down.
There was a group call saying that you guys were taking over the business.
Oh, well, yeah, we're taking it over, but we did it legally. Before this video starts,
Yeah, that's a teaser. Go watch it.
Yellow Deli.
Yellow Deli.
Let's move on to a Shelter Kids segment. It's been a few episodes. Jake's. You have one that I'm excited to hear more about.
So basically, I was reminded of this recently. I've got my bachelor party coming up this weekend. My dad's my best man, so he's been planning all of it. He's been great. He's just done so much work on it. One of the other things, he's trying to just do everything for all of my friends, for anyone, planning everything, Airbnb, golf, whatever. He was like, hey, also if, while we're at the Airbnb, like if anyone wants alcohol, like I'm happy to get that for you guys. I will buy it for you. But you're going to have to send me pictures of what you want. Like, I don't know what anything is. Like, you can't just text me the name of it. Like, it's going to have to be a picture alongside of it, and then I can match the pictures. Just knows nothing about it. He did not taste alcohol until he was 48 years old.
Shelter kid.
Yes.
Successful.
Sheltered dad.
48. What at 48? What caused him to finally be like?
Well, he was hanging out with a crew of kids who he shouldn't have been hanging out with. And bad influence. And he really went off the rails. No, I don't even really know what led to it. Maybe like on a cruise or something. I think he was like, hey, I'm 48. Maybe I should try this.
Was he one and done? Or what causes him to ever have an alcoholic beverage now? Does he ever?
He doesn't anymore. It might have been a one and done. So I'm going to give this a go at age 48. Yeah, I don't really like it.
Tried it.
Yeah, gave it a go. But no,
we drink coffee?
No. Big Diet Dr. Pepper fan.
Oh, okay.
He'd fit in really well in Utah.
Diet Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, no coffee, no alcohol.
Bad.
Yeah, so just kind of fun. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen either of my parents drink. Very, very sheltered in that way, in the alcohol way. Never had it in the house or anything.
Did they? And then when was the first time you did? Do you even know?
I think the first time I tasted it was maybe like a sip of like someone's beer in high school, and I was like, I can't believe you guys are going to those lengths you are to sneak this into play. That is disgusting.
Yeah,
you guys are idiots.
It is a big letdown when you're a shelter kid and you've waited a long time, you have it, and you're like, oh.
I do remember tasting it and being like, I got to get this taste out of my mouth ASAP. And I went and swished around Mountain Dew, and I was like, just get this in my mouth. Yeah, I was like, that's better.
That's better.
Oh. Yeah, I never went through like a partying stage. I never went through like a drinking anything. I'm just like, that stuff's, it's not as good as Dippin' Dots, chocolate milk.
I had to just dive in on the, what are they, the Smirnoff ices or whatever. Different flavors of those. It'd be like a mango Smirnoff ice. It just tasted like candy.
Just a Jolly Rancher. Yeah, not bad.
That's what I had to do.
But yeah, sheltered dad
taste.
Moment of the week.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's the bachelor party and get a little wild. Maybe he'll have a sip. Who knows?
He might on accident kind of mix up the Liquid Death can with the Miller Lite can. Yeah,
Liquid Death will do that.
Yeah, he won't mix up the Bud Light can. Tell you that.
Yeah,
it's a one of a kind.
No Bud Light.
The only one with a rainbow.
Y'all
on
golfing and all that?
Yeah. It'll be fun.
That'll be fun.
Arizona, beautiful weather.
How many? 18 holes a day or more?
I don't think we'll ever do more than 18 a day, but I think it will be a lot of activities. My dad's honestly not telling me too much, but I'm just kind of guessing. I think it's probably a lot of golf and sports and hanging.
Love it. Big crew.
Yeah, I got about 12 dudes my own age going. Invited my cousin who's in the wedding. He couldn't come, so his dad is coming. So my uncle is now coming.
Okay.
My dad is coming, and I think that gave us 14. My dad's best friend from high school is also now coming. So that gave us 15. And then my dad was like, man, it'd be really nice to have 16, to have like just even teams, 4 teams of 4 for everything the whole weekend. So what about Rachel's dad? And I was like, awesome. I really was. I was like, that is amazing. So now my future father-in-law is coming to the bachelor party. And so just a team of old guys and then 12 of the rest of us. So might be making history as far as bachelor party goes.
No kidding.
My dad, my uncle, my future father-in-law, and then also just a random guy.
We just need it's a numbers game.
We needed another 58-year-old, so we found one, and now teams are even. No, it really will be great. And all of the old guys there, I genuinely can't wait to like hang out with them. They're very fun people.
Great.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Good for you. Good time.
So next episode, I'll be able to tell all about it.
Good. You have a great weekend. I will too. I'm going to UFC while Katie babysits. But yeah, guys, get tickets. Thank you for everyone's gotten tickets. Can't wait to do that. Tour starts we're back on the road in Philly in a couple of weeks, and the tour starts
But the tour is in less than a month.
4 weeks. Yeah.
That's wild. That's so
Here we go.
soon. I was practicing some jokes on Rachel in the car last night.
Oh, how'd it go?
Good. Really just seeing if I had it memorized.
Right.
And Rachel's so great. She's just always just down to listen. And yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, really? Is she? Katie's really good at it's really helpful. She'll shoot me straight sometimes. Not your best, and then I just get mad. What do you mean it's not my best?
She's like, well, you're trying to help.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Okay. Sorry. Thank you.
Every now and then I'll have some jokes. I'm like, you're not going to like this one.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go ahead and say it. And then sometimes she's like, okay, that wasn't too bad. I'm like, oh, okay. Then I think that's mom approved then.
Right. That's fair.
fun.
It is a fun new game to play with your wife. Of like, sometimes we'll disagree. I'm like, you're actually wrong. That's really funny. So we'll see.
Yeah, every now and then. I'm like,
And then
I
sometimes
do
she's
think that's
right,
pretty
sometimes
funny.
she was wrong. See, it was funny.
Yeah. So
I
time will
show
tell.
Becca an edit. I get really like
Protective.
defensive.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
you don't
really?
like it?
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
like, why did you ask me if I...
To be buttered up, to be told I'm amazing.
I'm working on a couple of jokes, like kind of making fun of Tom or whatever. And she's like, the moms aren't gonna think that's funny. I'm like, I think it's because it's your son. You're getting a little upset about it, but
They'll
nah,
laugh at someone else's
this
son,
is
maybe.
funny, yeah.
We will see.
We'll see. Philly.
It's such an
Few
electric
tickets left,
thing.
we'll see.
Trying a joke for the first time. Because even for me, it's like, we will see. Even for us.
You know, it was tough because I was starting to write a few jokes about like having a baby, being a dad, but I couldn't, I hadn't done it yet. So
Yeah.
I'm fired up to try some new stuff now that I
Yeah.
done it now.
Like we talked a few weeks ago about like the differences in like when I'm at Rachel's house versus at my own house. And it's like, I probably shouldn't do those jokes until I'm like living with Rachel and people see me as married, and then it can like seem more genuine.
Right.
But so I'm ready. I got some in the hopper from once Rachel and I are married.
Yep. Gonna be fun. So get all the tickets, all that good stuff. Thank y'all. Subscribe. Follow Correct Opinions Instagram.
Do it.
100K.
Thank you.
We're
See you in
heading there.
Tacoma.
We'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.
Correct opinion.